Empfehlung eines Trinkers. Trinkabenteuer von und mit Jörg Meier.
So we are sitting here with Philippe Grandbois, the mastermind of the PARIS CLUB in Düsseldorf. Us, it's Bettina, Magdalena, Jörg, and sorry, I only have 2 microphones, ladies, but I will pass it.
I'm loud enough.
I will pass it on.
Amazing.
So we are sitting here enjoying after-work drinks after our recording of the Hennessy Mix Talks, and Bettina is just having how we call that?
Milk punch highball, man.
And how you like that?
It's a clarified milk punch and it's awesome!
No, that's enthusiasm, yeah?
I have to edit that. Okay. It's really good. So now we need to understand, because the idea of the PARIS Club is... when did we sit together? Like 4 months ago? 5? 10 years? I don't know. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like the first time was March or something. And so it was like 6-7 months ago.
We had some brainstorming days in Hamburg. And we had the idea of making only French spirits. So the idea of the PARIS Club is just serving French liquors. And then we came up with cool ideas. We had the idea of serving wine boards because of there's a restaurant and there's an addiction to wine. You love wine, so we had the ideas of creating wine boards, the modern highball version of the Spritz. So Spritz is dead. Spritz is for Italian losers, but French cool people drink wine boards. That was our decision.
Totally. In the city of Provine, you must drink wine, yeah?
This is why we said one big part of the menu must be wine boards. Then we had the idea of Frinching. You know, we had a few drinks, a few nights. We were a little bit drunk. We played around with the word French and drinking, and we ended up in Frinching, French drinking. And then you came up with amazing recipes and ideas for how to interpret, the idea of French heritage and good products and great naming. So there's a few things I'm so much in love with your mastermind put out. So one is, which we just have today, is the Louis Pasteur.
Louis Pasteur.
Just to give you all the feedback, it's called Louis Pasteur because this location, the address is Louis Pasteur Platz number 1. So as we all know, Louis Pasteur is the guy who is a little bit famous for
pasteurization, yeah.
Milk.
Yeah.
So this is why we had the idea of, Mr. Grandbois had the idea of doing this milk punch. And so because Betty just freaked out. She's still, I think, in love with the drink. You want another one?
We just wanted to.
So we can talk about the rest.
They're rolling.
They're rolling. Okay, one train later. Hello. So let's talk about how does the Louis Pasteur highball, clarified cognac and rum milk punch, soda and science is the description. I like soda and science. That's something to steal, maybe.
Totally.
So let us know how you do that.
It's milk punch. I mean, the process is a 2-day process. We take all the kids and put them in the pool. So the star anise, the cinnamon, the pineapple, the rum, which we use Naud rum and cognac. It's a 15-year rum, so it's got a lot of backbone.
Don't forget the tea.
Yes, of course, the green tea that goes in, classic milk punch. Peychaud's to really Frenchify it, and then actually
Frenchify, the words pop up, Frenchify.
And then Pernod Absinthe also gets in there as well. And then first day, we just let everything macerate. We put everything together and just let it sit overnight.
In the fridge.
In the fridge, yeah. In the fridge, uncovered, just let it go. And then day 2...
Natural fermentation.
Yeah. Day 2...
That's not good for your fridges, don't say that.
What, it's French spit. It's French.
Only French people are allowed. You have to have a French passport or Franco-Canadian, and then you're allowed to spit in to make it Frenching.
Yeah. So then day 2, we bring it to a boil to just sort of concentrate all the flavors. And then we do the traditional milk break, where we put the milk into the mixture and then add just a touch of lemon juice. There's already lemon rind in there. And so then it starts to break. The fats break out from the milk. Then we do a fine strain on it, put it into the bottle, let it sit and settle, and just those last sediments settle to the bottom of the bottle. Then we do a skim off the bottle to clarify it really nice and beautiful.
So what I think this is really, really interesting, because I never boiled a milk punch, never ever, and also that you do not rest it with the milk and the lemon.
No.
So it's a totally different way that I ever did.
Yeah, like to break the fats from the milk and like the clarifying plus adding sort of that milky texture to the drink. Yeah. I think that the boil part doesn't happen with the milk. We turn it off heat, then the milk goes in. If
but
you do
warm.
Yes, yeah, yeah. And then it just helps to break out the fats and separate the fats from the whey, and so then you get this like beautiful texture and flavor that you get on the mouth.
Yeah, it's very nice. I'm gonna try this, of course, because it's very good. So I just ordered Magda just ordered another round.
There will be a tequila version of it soon in Hamburg.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Honestly, it's such a flexible recipe. I mean, you could change out any of the spirits and kind of with the same backbone.
Yeah, but I really like it. So in the moment, we do a lot of milk punches at our bar with tequila, of course.
Yep.
And really, we tried everything almost, but never thought about heating it up. So it's going to be interesting. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. You know, to me the milk punch, the classic milk punch, is now on every menu, every tiki menu. Everybody with a rum program loves this milk punch, and to us here it's Highballs, right? And so we lengthen the drink out with soda, so we needed to make it really concentrated in flavor. When you try it without the highball, you try it just straight, I mean, it's quite rich, and I don't think I would serve it that way if it wasn't lengthened, because it's too rich. But lengthening it out with soda, I mean, turns it into something pretty special.
Do you always heat it up, or it's just for this special version?
For the milk punch that I do, I've always heated it. Every milk punch, yeah. I always do
Very
the
interesting.
day two.
Do you know how the historical part is?
No, I don't know much about the history of it, no.
Yeah, but I think that this would be quite interesting.
more doing
so,
it.
Jörg, can you just take a few of your books, read a lot about it, give me a call and tell me?
I will catch up with it. Yeah, maybe. So that is the milk punch, but also the idea of Frinching, French drinking. There's a few more I really like. I mean, I like all of them, but the one we had yesterday also was the Coco before Chanel. I would say 11 out of 10 for the name.
Yeah.
You came up with that, amazing. And to make it a little bit short for me, when you want to describe it, so there's a strong cocoa taste, yeah, very elegant, but then you had the idea of mixing it up with spiciness and ginger, and that's really strange. It's interesting how cocoa and ginger works. Very good.
Yeah, no, this was one of those drinks that we started with the name, and we built back from the name. We took the French characters that build out the Frinching side of the menu, and when I said, okay, let's Coco before Chanel, what's more cocoa than coconut? And so Marc, our assistant manager here, he had an amazing coconut syrup already in place, so that was perfect. Cognac, coconut, and then, the Coco Chanel was this character who was like an amazing woman who sort of created the female pantsuit. And so the drink needed to have a masculine backbone. That's where the ginger beer, sort of the sharpness of the ginger beer comes in. And yeah, the rest is just the elegance, and then the dried sushi ginger on top adds that feminine pink element, and it sort of binds with the ginger beer too. And any person who bites into the garnish kind of has a moment where they're like, whoa, that just intensified this. But it's a beautiful drink for sure.
No, really, it's a little bit on the sweet side, but I think in a good way, because the spiciness, that's not one-dimensional like a classic colada or coconut drink. It's
totally
because the spiciness.
We could have easily balanced it out further too, but I think that we wanted to have a nice dynamic range on the menu, and this was
we
definitely
needed
a sweeter,
sweet,
fuller bodied.
Yeah.
Totally.
So what on the Frinching side? What is the best seller as well? I know the Monet is strong.
The Gustav. Gustav is the top seller.
Yeah.
So Gustav Eiffel, born in Dijon, France. So that's where it started. So I Dijon infused the gin, and then just make a simple cucumber, lime juice, soda, long highball.
So you take Dijon mustard.
Yeah, we take Dijon mustard seed and actually dry it, or it comes dry, and then we pulverize it inside the gin and we let it infuse for 24 hours.
Bettina, have you tried a Gustav?
Not yet.
Can you order one?
this was the drink that I thought that Germans would love, because this is like mustard and pickled flavors, and like it's weird and wonderful.
Gin, der ist super.
So this is what you think about Germans?
Well, my German wife, this woman just like eats so much mustard and bread and meats and cheese, and this is like half of our life. And so we have 3 kinds of mustard in our in our fridge at any time. Yeah. So I was like, I needed to make something.
Just 3?
Well, yes, I know, just 3. Yeah. But the idea was Gustave Eiffel was born in Dijon, France, and so I was like, what's more Dijon than mustard? Like, I mean, this is
the idea of Frinching, like French drinking, not only French liquors, also like picking some.
Tell a good story, yeah.
Yeah. So Frinching with Gustave, we need to try that. And then wasn't Monet also very good
very good. Yeah, Monet still is very good. Again, it's like a gin highball, gin Dubonnet. The Scarborough bitters is super herbaceous, and the drink looks like a Monet painting. It sort of gives you a bit of euphoria because it drips down like a weird, obscure Monet painting, and then flowers on top because he notoriously painted his garden for his entire life. He was going blind, and so the drink, his impressionism became more blind as he got older, and so it was blurred picture. So the Dubonnet floated down the drink, gives it that blurred effect, which really even Andre, even Bushy wanted us to blend this drink, and I was like, no man, it's all about the float of the Dubonnet, it's about the look, and we finally agreed it was the right way to do it.
Awesome. But then next to the Frinching, we came up with the WINEBALLS. So I think you found what's the brand code from this, like
the Monteru.
It's an interesting. What's Monteru?
Single grape eau de vie, and so they are cognac producers, and they now make essentially a single grape eau de vie from Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Folle Blanche, and they created this entire range that sort of, each of them speaks to the character of the original wine, and then they're double aged. They're aged in either American or sherry or something that's a unique cask, and then it finishes in French oak. So it gives it some of that oakiness, but then the wine is all you really taste. The Sauvignon Blanc is crisp, and it's got that sort of melon and a little bit of the ginger and lemon or lime, and it's a super dynamic product for sure.
I think there was really some. I mean, you found that on last year's
Provine,
Provine, and then it was really cool for us because that gave us these tools to have this idea of, because they are kind of wine based, but we could push a little bit more ABV into WINEBALLS.
Exactly. Yeah, they're all high proof. I mean, they're full strength. These guys are all done at 40 or plus, and so, but they're not a typical spirit, and they are really the backbone of the WINEBALL menu. They're sort of that spirit that everyone is a little bit confused with. Sometimes people look at it and go, oh, I'll have the Sauvignon Blanc, and we're like, no, that's eau de vie Sauvignon Blanc.
It's not wine, my friend, it's hardcore alcohol.
Yeah.
So I know from the best-selling WINEBALL is the Ménage à Trois. This is something totally different. We were sitting in the office having fun and liked the name so much, we came up with the idea of, just because Bushy told us one of the best sellers in Bollerman is Lily Tonic.
Exactly.
So we liked the idea of Ménage à Trois, just the name for a French product.
Well, we just started mixing 3 ingredients, if you remember. We were just like, what 3 ingredients will go together? And he's like, man, Lillet Tonic sells super well. So there's the 3 Lillets, the Rosé, the Rouge, and the Blanc. Yeah. So we blended them together, little Peychaud, tonic, lime, and bang. And it's a banger. People love it.
How many thousands we sold in the first?
Yeah, from day one until today, we're at just over 4,000. Yeah. So it's 18% of everything we sell.
Scratching on some bases, smash history. I mean, in like 3 years, I can go home with my
totally.
Little bit. Yeah.
I think we must be at this point one of the best Lillet accounts in this country.
Yesterday I had an email exchange with Pernod Ricard. I think you are very good.
Now I know why you're always invited to the table by Pernod Ricard.
Hey, we got to play nice. Yeah, the Gustave, this one, I mean, the idea of the time was to create sort of the peak of the Eiffel Tower, and then this is just to add some structure to the drink. But I'll be totally honest with you, it is not my favorite drink on the menu, but people love it.
Let's see how Bettina Kupza likes the Dijon mustard version of a drink. Be honest.
Oh yeah, it's got some spice to it.
So
why use ginger
I'm not into cucumber.
Yeah.
to put a cucumber in something.
Sorry, Coco.
Yeah. Sorry. I love you, Coco, and I sell your gin. But for me, please don't put a slice of cucumber. Nothing, not in the water, not in the drink, not in the gin and tonic. Stop it. Eat it. It is a salad. That's good, yeah? With potatoes. This is the way it should get served.
She's from Austria.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Non-creamy
but I think
potato
it's,
salad.
But I think I would like the drink better without
Yeah. Teach his own.
Crappy.
Teach his own.
Greenish.
greenish. So, but
None of that salad
I
in my drink.
because it's the Dijon, the mustard. It's really it's high in taste,
Yep.
and I really like it. So,
Yeah.
but for me, I can get rid of the cucumber.
Yeah.
So next to Ménage à Train, what are the best-selling wine balls currently at Paris Club?
So the de Sauvignon, which is the Monteroux Sauvignon Blanc, that's definitely in the top 5.
And that is something you could do easily at home. I mean, it's this eau de vie of Sauvignon,
Yeah.
and then you just add it with ginger ale, a little bit of lime and melon bitters.
Yeah, and those are all the flavors of a Sauvignon Blanc, just put into a drink. That's it. And so that's definitely something you can build at home without even thinking twice. The Rochelle, which has just come on the menu about a month and a half ago, and it's top seller right now as well. Super easy. Pinot de Charente, French
It's one
tonic.
of our things we discovered here. Pinot de Charente is really going really high already here.
Yeah.
I think
Well, we go through 12 bottles a week right now because of this drink, and so it churns.
so. I like the spelling of this drink. You just said Gold Pinot de Champ, Archibald tonic. That's our French tonic, and simplicity.
Simplicity.
So it's just Pinot and
2 ingredients. Yeah.
classic
Quick and
highball.
dirty. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Which else we have?
Cremant Julep. This thing sells like
Oh
wildfire.
yeah. But it also looks beautiful.
It does, but the guys hate making it because it's classic julep style. It's where you're mashing the mint.
I mean,
into
you
the
could, if you
base.
have lots of champagne at home, you can just use your champagne.
Totally. The
just
original
do it.
that I made was a champagne
I know,
julep.
but then we calculated we decided to go for Cremant.
Yeah,
But
we
we
didn't-
will change to champagne.
We didn't want the
Someday,
20-euro
someday.
drink on the first menu. Yeah. No, it's amazing, and it looks beautiful. It's got that perfect sprig at the top, over crushed ice. It's a lady killer for sure.
Nice. Very cool. So maybe one more from the amazing selection. What do we have?
I would say the Frosted Tonic. I think people really like this because we.
Yeah, I mean the Rinquin Peach, that's the strange ingredients from France.
Yeah, Rinkenkin and then Suze, Nolipra, and then tonic. I mean, it's not, when people order it, they kind of are thinking it's going to be a gin tonic, but it very much is not. It's a very fruity, and the Nolipra gives it a bitter backbone, and the Suze gives it that pure gentian flavor, and the Rinkenkin is all the sweetness, and then tonic water is just a nice lengthener for it. You could use it with soda just as good.
Amazing. So I think now we have to start to focus on drinking here again.
I think yes. I think that's a good idea.
So if we made you curious, come to Düsseldorf, move to the elevator, come to the 17th floor, visit Philippe Grandbois, Marc Hermann and the amazing team, and join in for some Frinching.
Frinching.
When it's late at night, go Frinching. On the early afternoon, enjoying the view, go for some wine balls.
Start with wine balls.
Stop
with
drinking
Frinching.
Spritzes. It's so 2016,
Yeah.
17 maybe, but not 18 at all. Come over and enjoy some true French drinking, only French liquors. I think we made something really cool. I know
think
we
so
are
too.
4 months old, but I become very proud of it.
Super unique. Yeah, I love it.
I think it's good. So now we start focusing on drinking with you ladies again.
Beautiful. So congratulations to this beautiful menu.
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Had the opportunity to try a lot of things yesterday, and I'm impressed.
I've heard that you had a fair amount of champagne as well, which is a big part of the menu.
It's just the classic in-between champagne. It's not like we count that. It's just like bottles to open.
It's to clean your palate.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
6 bottles?
Shut up.
So, bye-bye, au revoir, as we say.
Alle weiteren Empfehlungen eines Trinkers finden Sie auf trinken.jrgmyr.net und dort finden Sie auch ein Newsletter-Sign-in und ich würde Sie bitten, gerade wenn Sie im Großbereich Hamburg wohnen, sich dort einzutragen, denn über die Newsletter spreche ich Einladungen zu Trinkveranstaltungen rund um Hamburg aus, denn lass es alle Theorie, es geht natürlich auch ein wenig um Praxiserfahrung. Bis dahin.